You can choose how much fat you want to put in your ground beef, and the method is simple. And I'm going to show you how to do it using the most simple tool you can imagine, one of these, or one of these. So let me show you how to do that. We're using this beef in a keto enchilada, and we're using the wrapper of a cabbage to make these enchiladas, and they turn out so good. And make sure you make extra, because honestly, these keto enchiladas disappeared like that. So let me show you how to do that. Let's do this. So regular green cabbage here, this stuff's super cheap, and what we're doing is we're taking off the big leaves around the outside, and we're gonna blanch them. And blanching is just taking a little bit of boiling water, pouring it on top, and then that's gonna soften up the leaves. And you'll see in just a second how soft these leaves get. And then simply I'm gonna dump some ice on top of this, and that's gonna keep it from overcooking while I'm making this sauce and making the ground beef for this recipe. So we're just gonna put this to the side, let it chill, and then we're on to the sauce. Let's do that. So tomatoes have carbs, and you can get away with just using 1 cup of tomato puree. I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 cups of this chunky tomato puree because I'm not too concerned about the carb count for myself personally, but just know if you're trying to be very, very strict keto, that you're gonna wanna use just 1 cup of this. So make your own enchilada seasoning. The recipe for it's right here. I just didn't put it on camera, me mixing it all. And then on medium heat, you're gonna mix the enchilada seasoning and the sauce together. And you're just gonna kind of let that reduce down while we get our ground beef ready. Speaking of which, we are gonna go ahead and get the ground beef going. Go to the store and get your butcher or whoever, the guy at the deli counter. I asked him to give me the fattiest cut of beef that he had. And so he gave me some grass-fed brisket, 1 pound of it. And all you need to do to make ground beef is you just need to chop it up with your knife. In the UK, they call it minced meat. And what we're doing is we're literally doing just that. We're just mincing up the meat. Just find a good heavy knife and start chopping away at it. I've got a meat grinder, but just for the sake of simplicity, just chop it up right there on the cutting board. It's super easy to do. So I ended up making too much. 1 pound was too much, so I just took a handful, made a burger patty with it the next day, and used one of these leaves as a wrap for a burger. Best burger I've had in a while. So we're using just a handful of cilantro, some chopped onion or shallots, whatever you want to use. That's going in here. That's going to be it for the meat seasonings, besides just a little salt and a little bit of pepper as well. Give it a good mix, and now the sauce is ready. It's only been about 10 minutes, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and start assembling this. So get your wrappers ready. And this is gonna be as simple as taking a spoonful of that sauce, putting it in the bottom, and that's gonna keep the enchiladas from sticking. Very important, you take 1 spoonful at least and you cover the whole bottom. Just start wrapping them up like this. So we're gonna top it off with some cheese. I don't typically buy the orange cheddar cheese, but you know what? It looks really good. Cheddar cheese on top, cover it, and we're gonna put it in the oven at 350 for 20 minutes. You're gonna take the aluminum foil off, keep it in the oven at the same temperature, and keep an eye on it because you're gonna be taking it out once you see the top start brown. Now it's really important that you let this rest for a while because it's gonna be very liquid in the bottom. So let this set for at least 20 minutes, let it set. Make sure you tag me on Instagram if you make it because I wanna see the photos of it. Copy and paste that and text it to somebody you know that would love this. I do appreciate when you do it. It actually helps my channel out a lot. So as always guys, keep it keto and stay healthy. Peace.